I'm on stage. Yeah. All right, we're going. We're rolling. So
Bet.
episode 2, we was off for a minute. You know, people's going through some shit.
Oh
Not
yeah.
me, but other people.
Oh wow, shit. That's crazy. That's so
Yeah, we ain't been on
crazy.
this bitch since Devin Haney and Loma. So much shit's happened.
But we're gonna give you guys more consistent pods.
Yeah, like this shit that happened last week. Uh, the card last week, Thursday night card, the fluke, damn near. It really showed why Shakur should just stop talking. Not stop talking because you gotta promote
You know what I'm
yourself,
saying?
but like he should just think before he speaks. Because all of the negotiation that was going on with Dev, and then everybody's ducking him, and then him turning down this and turning down that, knowing his worth,
Yeah.
and then he kind of showed his worth.
He can't speak like that and then not back it up. You gotta back it up.
One of the most busiest weekends in Vegas all year. He didn't sell out the arena. He the people he did get in there, he didn't impress. They're not coming back. Him negotiating that, what was it, 25%? Him negotiating that, and then he ain't even having people tune into a free fight. So what makes you think that you could possibly be the A side against Devin Haney or somebody who has pay
Or
per
not
view
even
customers?
not even have to be the A side, but just wanting 50-50. That shit's insane.
Yeah, and he kind of, that fight kind of messed a lot up for him because I think that with the co-main event and then that they were trying to hedge Navarrete versus Shakur, but then um, Navarrete had that draw, and then Shakur had that performance to where it kind of made people not want to see that fight because Navarrete fought. I can't pronounce his name.
Can I say so?
Con-
How'd you feel about that fight though?
it was a good fight. I thought it could have went either way, but we seen Shakur just dominate him to the point to
Yeah.
where it's like, do we really want to, like, going into the Shakur fight? We were like, okay, maybe Navarrete, because I was telling you Navarrete might not be closest to Shakur's level because we seen Shakur
Yeah.
dominate him, and then you were saying that going into the fight, then you seen the way Shakur fought, even though he had the injury, he was running and stuff.
Yeah.
And they say that he don't like to fight power punchers. So you're like, yeah, he's staying away from Navarrete because he got them big old
Yeah.
wide receiver
I think
hands. You know what I mean?
I think Top Rank had options to go through though, because like they threw Navarrete on the co-main, that's one option. Then they also had the Haney or maybe reach out to Tank, like just kind of depending on how his performance went. So I feel like
Top Rank ain't gonna do that though.
yeah,
But
they're not after that.
Top
Fight.
Rank stuck in between a rock and a hard place with him because they can either keep on trying to develop him, and then he's kind of a toxic, not toxic, but like people are starting to fade away from him because of just the way he acts and even the way that he fights. Because personally, I think that if all of them put it all together, he's the best. But it's not even that; it's just the way he acts. Like he's not somebody I would want to promote
He has some
because
ways to go.
yeah, he's like a badass little nigga, bro. Like every time he opened his mouth, bro, this shit just don't make sense, bro.
Yeah.
Like Tank, bro, we all know Tank is Tank, bro. Tank's quiet. He ain't about to really talk. If he talks, he says something funny. He's chilling. Devin Haney be chilling, but Devin Haney be talking shit. You know what I mean?
He's starting to play that villain role,
But
which is good.
Devin Haney is, I ain't trying to call Shakur dumb or nothing, but like Devin Haney has the wits about him to do it properly. He's either gonna make you love him or hate him, but he ain't gonna make you sit there and look at him like, what this nigga talking about, bro? It's kind of like Shakur acting like Dylan Brooks.
I think
He ain't acting like Dylan Brooks.
He's on his Dylan Brooks energy. He is on his Dylan Brooks energy, but I feel like the way that they'll go probably is the Navarrete way, because I feel like Navarrete is probably tailor made for him.
I think they want to go
and make it a more exciting fight, because I feel like Shakur will fight more because he'll engage more. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you know, but Jermaine Ortiz is training with Bill Haney now.
Is he really?
Yes.
I didn't even know that.
Yes. So they just started training together, and Jermaine Ortiz is calling his name. So I think they're going to go that way.
I feel like
because
that would make the most.
That's
sense.
That's a good fight. You know, he put up
in-house fight, easy fight.
Yeah, he put up a good fight against Loma. He's a young guy. Like, it's a very marketable fight, and then it can kind of, he's not a power puncher to where it's like Shakur's gonna be scared. To where if Shakur sits in the pocket and trades with him, everybody's gonna forget about that performance because they say in boxing you're only as good as your last performance.
Yeah.
So everybody forgets, like, you got to think how Devin fought his last couple fights, right? And then he came out and had a close fight with Loma, and then everybody judged him off of that fight.
Exactly, yeah.
But this kind of showed that, like, Devin had a bad fight, Shakur had a bad fight.
It happens.
If depending on who Tank fights, Tank might have a bad fight next, to where it's like
a bad fight. I feel like people, quote unquote, made his bad fight Pitbull on a broken hand.
But you seen how he did with the broken hand, the
He was
hurt
still
hand.
fighting back.
Yeah, he wasn't running and juking and sliding
against a more proven opponent, because Pitbull has definitely shown more than De Los Santos.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, they kind of fight the same, like throwing the hooks in a flurry and just trying to hit you and hurt you.
Yeah. De Los Santos probably a little bit better boxer, but Pitbull definitely, he's gonna bring the fight to you. He's gonna make you fight, which made Tank fight.
Yeah, Shakur was
like a fight with one arm.
Shakur was acting like Edwin was really Ghost, like all those memes. Edwin by Ghost, he was like he was really fighting Ghost, like Ghost was gonna kill his ass.
Man,
but
you got a video of me sleeping. You literally have a video of me sleeping.
But fucking, but I think that if Devin goes out there and shuts out Regis, that you can't even, like, they can't. I think Devin is further away from Shakur than Tank is, because Devin said, I'm at 140 now. You got to come up to 140. Shakur just got down there to 135.
He said on the night of the fight after rehydrating, he was barely 140. So I don't think he's going to 140 anytime soon.
No.
That fight happened in probably 147 or something.
Yeah. And Devin's too far away. Devin is a pay-per-view fighter. But Devin is taking the hardest fights. Like, after Regis, who knows who Devin Haney's going to fucking fight. He's going to fight somebody. Yeah, he might end up calling Tio or Matias. They said if he fights Matias and beats Matias, there ain't nothing you can say. Yeah. There ain't nothing you can say about that.
Nobody want to fight him. He's the most avoided at 140, to be honest.
So, but that's probably who Devin's going to call for after the fight, because he's just going and going. And then, but Devin's at that point to where if Devin has a loss, you can look back and say, like, I mean, yeah, he has a loss, but look at who he's fought. Like, his resume is flawless. Yeah. Other than, like, Tio, if Tio would have beat Cambosos, like, nobody could say anything about his resume, but Lord knows where Tio would be right now. Tio
got the best resume at all. I don't care.
I mean, the Josh Taylor. Well, he beat Loma more convincingly, and then the Josh Taylor win. But I think Devin gets out there.
He got that Comey win too, which is a solid win. He was champion, took the belt from him, got his belt.
Yeah, I think Devin beats the brakes off of Josh Taylor though. But I think Shakur would beat him.
Josh Taylor's at 147 now, so you could also say that maybe T.O. beat him because he was weight drained too. So there's still question marks there.
But there's so many fights that Devin could have, or I think but back to Shakur, I think either they feed him Loma, they say, look, you need to take this Loma fight for your career. I mean, they can make it enticing, bro. They got money. Yeah. They can put the money up. Because you think Loma thought he could beat Devin? You think Loma?
Yeah, I thought he thought so. I feel like it's just a different energy for Shakur because he's been in the ring with him.
I don't know.
Because the thing about Loma, he was trying to get undisputed.
But so right now, you don't think Loma's like, all right, Dev, step on shit. I know Shakur ain't stepping on shit.
I feel like Loma took that fight just because he wanted undisputed, though.
Yeah, because if you fight Devin, you gotta fight.
Yeah, you have
you gotta fight. He's gonna be jabbing. He's gonna be coming in throwing hooks. Like Shakur, you can fight him and get hit with a 1-2 the whole time.
And then with Loma, I feel like the Devin or the Shakur fight, like everybody else, is high risk, low reward. Like you're not getting paid shit. With Devin, they threw that shit on pay-per-view. I mean, there's, Devin apparently has pillow fists, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, I can go out here and get paid and try to get undisputed. Whereas with Shakur, you're not even fighting for a belt. Well, now it would probably be for one belt, but you're not getting paid shit. It's not going to be on pay-per-view. What's the point of doing that?
Yeah, I'm sure that they could do something, though, to get that fight. But if they don't do that, Jermaine Ortiz is the best option because he can go out there and kind of shut Jermaine Ortiz out. He will shut. Like, it'll be a shutout. And then if he goes out there and fights, like, that will make everybody forget about what happened. Because everybody's talking like, yeah, I've been talking shit. But at the end of the day, bro, I know Shakur, and he's like that, bro.
Shakur is like that. I wouldn't judge him off of one performance, but it's like, Come on, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because if he's showing this, if he fights against punchers and he shows that like he doesn't engage against punchers, like what do you think Tank's gonna do?
The thing that did is it's like, okay, he's not marketable. He's like, yeah, he's gonna talk that talk in the press conference, but once he feels something not going his way, he's gonna revert to running, and then nobody wants to watch that. But I mean, all he has to do is have 2 good performances, and then anybody will pay for him to fight somebody. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. I just think I don't know. He just can't do that against punchers. Like, yeah, he got away with it with De Los Santos, but like he's not getting away with that shit from someone a little bit more experienced. De Los Santos, he's a good fighter.
Yeah,
but he's not Tank. He's not
Tank would have put them paws on.
Yeah.
I mean, and then he's talking and then everybody's like, hopefully all that he's talking with Ryan on Twitter that will get a fight going. But realistically, he would do the same shit with Ryan because I think Ryan's hook is like that shit dangerous, boy. That bitch hit you, done.
I don't think that fight can happen because Ryan's so big. He's like damn near like where Devin is. Like he's established. I was watching his interview with Fight Hype today, like before I was headed over here. He was talking about like he's ready to take over 140 and possibly in the next couple of years move up to 147. Like,
yeah,
he was calling out 147 pounders, which I think is ridiculous. But at the same time, it's like, damn, he must be like, you know,
he's a little bit bigger though.
Yeah, but
he's not bigger, but taller. And then you can look at his body and see that he can fill that shit out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, that would be if I was Shakur, bro. If anybody want to fight somebody, bro, it's Tank and Ryan Garcia because those are two. And Ryan Garcia got TikTok. And then Tank got the whole hood behind him. Canelo got all the Mexicans behind him. So like those are the 3 like pay-per-view stars. But I like what Ryan said. Ryan's next fight, Oscar Duarte, next week isn't even on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
He said, don't nobody know who Oscar Duarte is. He didn't put that shit on pay-per-view. So I mean, shouts out to him. And then they were talking on the Boxing Voice the other day about how like Devin don't have to keep on fighting these big names. Like, yeah, he wants that resume.
Floyd shit.
Yeah, but they said like all the greats took a big fight, easy fight, big fight, easy fight, big fight, easy fight, big fight. You know, if you fight 2 times a year, you're going to satisfy your fans. And then if you do one big fight, one little fight, not little fight, but one dangerous dude. So you fight a Loma, then you fight a fucking Pedraza or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it'll make your fans happy because they get to see you active. And don't nobody want to like. I'm a Devin fan, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I don't want to be anxious every time I watch him fight. Like I remember back whenever you could watch Devin fight, you knew that nigga was gonna win. Now you watch that nigga fight, you be like, fuck, you be on the like nigga. I was stressed, bro. So, I couldn't even sleep after Loma fight, bro. I felt like I just fought, bro. I was on Twitter watching everybody talk shit, arguing with niggas on Facebook. Like I think that they should take, you know, it's a sport, you know, get your, you know, LeBron ain't playing, you know, the Nuggets every night. LeBron gonna go play, you know,
facts. I think it was yesterday.
Rockets or
yesterday. You know. They announced. I think it was yesterday. They announced that the winner of Haney and Prograde, they'll fight fucking Sandor Martin. So that'd be not an easy fight, but I mean it's a tough test, but not, you know, it's not like a big punch or anything that they worry about. And it's like a comparison fight with Tio because Tio did have that split decision with Sandor Martin. So I mean I feel like it's interesting, but nothing too crazy for him. So
I think Regis and Dev beat the shit out of Sandor Martin.
Yeah,
like Regis might knock him out.
Yeah, oh yeah, Regis. I feel like if Regis beats him, it will be by knockout.
And if Devin shuts out Regis, bro, that shit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a shutout, but I think he'll probably like 10-2 him, 9-3 him. I feel like he'll get him out the way pretty easy, which would be impressive because Regis is the most proven at 140. That's still at 140.
I wonder what Loma's gonna do.
Loma, I think he's about to fight Kambosos. He tried.
Well, yeah, I know he's about to fight Kambosos, but I'm talking about like after that, like. And what's Top Rank gonna do with Shakur and with Keyshawn, because they're kind of.
Yeah, I know.
You gotta start building Keyshawn up in a while, and then
Keyshawn's right outside the top 10.
Yeah, and what are you gonna do whenever the number 1 is his best friend and they refuse to fight?
And then if you look at the rankings, like you got Shakur, outside of, you know, with Top Rank and things like that, the next person you have is Ortiz. So say they fight, I mean, you got the Murata.
Yeah,
he's in there.
They said that what's his name? The matchmaker for Top Rank said he ain't about to fight nobody.
Yeah,
They're
so-
trying to build them up. What they're gonna do is they're gonna build him up and Keyshawn and make them fight.
No, I don't think they'll make him fight.
That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna build them up for the next year,
Shakur?
2 years. No, not
Oh,
Shakur.
okay. That's Keyshawn's like fight.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
that
gonna
makes
be
sense.
Keyshawn's fight.
That makes
And
sense.
then hopefully, if they can get that fight, from what I'm thinking, they're probably gonna want to see. Shakur is probably gonna be Loma's like goodbye fight. You know what I mean? And then
Zepeda needs to get out there and fight somebody. When he get his tail out his ass.
yeah,
He's over there doing his own thing at the zone.
He ain't letting him fight.
Yeah.
This zone be letting people. This zone's the most like, I don't know, like PBC in Top Rank have a structure. I feel like the zone's just out there.
They'll do their own thing.
Yeah, that motherfucker like TikTok.
Yeah, exactly. They'll do their own thing. What's his name at 160? Canelo was thinking about fighting. I forget his name. Jaime Munguia. He has like 47 fights, bro. I can't name not a single opponent.
It's like Boo Boo.
Boo be trying to get the fights though. Jaime Munguia, he does not care.
How you gonna feel with? You think if Boo Boo beat David Benavidez, that's a bigger win than not a bigger win than Canelo, but like in the eyes of like the boxing fans, that would be like
that's a huge statement.
Yeah, that's a Canelo come fight me, nigga.
It proves that Canelo's been ducking him. It proves that he's been worthy of a Canelo fight.
You know what he need to do? He need to go out there in Mexico like Edwin did with Shakur and said,
I'm in your hood.
I'm in your hood, nigga.
Hey, it's me again.
That's what he need to do. Mexico. But shit, I don't know. Like, listen to Boxing Voice and everybody, they are making points. Like, if Caleb Plant had a gas tank, like he might have pulled out the win with David Benavidez.
Because he outboxed him for 5 rounds.
David Benavidez throws so many punches, and that nigga's so mean. Like, he don't have a lot of power behind his punches. It's a crazy comparison. He's kind of like the Devin Haney of like how he just be beating people's asses, but he ain't knocking them out for real. Like, bro, he hit a nigga with a 50 piece, bro. He hit a nigga with a 50 piece, bro. Like, I ain't gonna say like their styles are comparable, but just the way that they beat people up.
Yeah.
Like how Devin's gonna beat you up, but it ain't like he's rocking you, bro. It's just like
it's gonna be. He's consistent with it. Like he don't load up on punches. If that makes sense. I get what you're saying. Like he just doesn't load up on punches. He'll just be there and beat you and beat you and beat you. And if he stops you or knocks you out, then he does. But I mean, he's not gonna load up on nothing. He's not gonna throw nothing too heavy or anything like that. He's gonna be super consistent.
I think that whole fight rides on how bad his brother gets beat by Charlo. And Charlo going through some shit, but you know what they say. What? Don't fuck with that nigga.
That's a crazy motherfucker.
Hey, that's one of them niggas you do not fuck with, bro. That nigga going through it, bro. Every time you see that nigga, he look like he about to cry, bro. That nigga need to let that anger out. How long has it been since he fought?
I think about 3 years.
Shit. So 3 years, and then he's about to get in the ring. Either he's gonna have hella ring rust and get his ass whooped.
I feel like this is a perfect fight for if he has ring rust because he's bringing up a smaller guy, and so he don't have to worry about not too much because Benavidez does have a little bit of power, but I feel like with him bringing up a smaller guy, it's kind of perfect for him to kind of work out his kinks, get to knock off the ring rust, things like that, and get a win.
Definitely, I think the Benavidez and Boo Boo fight is gonna go strictly off of how that fight goes. If Lil Benavidez go out there and Big Charlo, it's crazy that Lil Benavidez is fighting Big Charlo, and then Lil Charlo went up to fight Canelo.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So, but if Lil Benavidez go out there and Charlo just stomp his ass, like, then I feel like David's gonna go out there and he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta beat Boo Boo's ass. But like, if it's it's all because he's gonna be watching that whole fight in the room. Mm-hmm. So his mind. If you're watching your brother fight, your mind ain't even on your fight probably. Like, yeah, he's warming up, hitting the pads and shit, but I think his whole mindset is gonna be off of what happened there. And then like if he just seen his brother get his ass kicked for 12 rounds or maybe 10, I see it going like 10.
It'd be bad for Boo Boo.
Yeah, it'll be like, all right, like at that point the Benavidez name is on the line. And that's why like everybody's like, oh, he's gonna get his ass whooped. He's about to get outboxed. I'm thinking about like, all right, I know Lil Benavidez is about to get beat. So like David's gonna go out there and he's fighting for his family, bro. So like it's a different energy he's gonna bring to the ring. It ain't gonna be like Caleb Plant. Yeah, they was talking shit, but his brother didn't just get knocked out or his ass whooped. And I'm saying that because I know that he's probably gonna get knocked out or his ass whooped.
I was about to say, how you feel like the fights are gonna end?
I think that's gonna be like 9-10 round stoppage.
Yeah.
And then I think that Boo Boo and Benavidez is gonna go to decision. I bet it like depending on how the co-main, that's the co-main event, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how that fight goes, is either gonna be a split decision or unanimous. You know, if they go all 12 and Lil Benavidez put up a good fight, shit, it might be a toss up for the main event. But if Lil Benavidez gets his ass whooped, I think it's just gonna be like, all right, I gotta go out here. My brother just got his ass whooped. I just seen that shit. I'm mad. I'm not about to let this nigga whoop me so everybody can just be clowning me and my brother. You know,
exactly. I'm excited to see how Boo Boo does under the lights because he ain't never been in this movie.
Yeah, and you got Carmel fighting. You got what's his name? Alex
I forget his last name. He's from Dallas.
Yeah, he fights under Earl Spence, and they're saying that he's the truth. So, I mean, there's some good. They're probably
no pun intended.
They're probably gonna fight on the YouTube fights. Don't y'all? PBC does the YouTube fights.
Oh yeah, the early fights. Yeah,
it's Alex Hawley. He's 1-0. He fought on the
which is crazy how he already has 24,000 followers.
But he said he was the number 147 pounder amateur, and he said he don't know if he's gonna fight 147, 140. And he said he fought at 138, 139 or something like that in the amateurs before, so he could possibly go down to 135. But he's in there sparring Ryan Garcia, Frank Martin, Charlo, Earl. He said he was sparring Earl at 17. So they're about to be feeding him people, and we all know Carmel probably get knocked out within the first minute.
Yeah, Carmel, he's fighting a little undefeated dude, which is they're trying to move him fast, which is good.
Yeah, they wanted to fight Lee Wood.
Yeah, exactly, and I think he beats Lee Wood right now in his second pro fight.
I mean, yeah, he was a good amateur, but I mean, I don't know. There's like grown man strength, and obviously, how old is he? 17, 18?
17.
17-year-old kid don't got no grown man strength. Like
he got that experience though. He's been with everybody. Tank, Shakur.
He does, and he already got power. So imagine when he hit like 23
and start getting his grown man strength,
and he get that power. Crazy. Hopefully, Dev. You know, but I need to stop talking about Devin Haney. It ain't Devin Haney's fight. But yeah, hopefully, like I want to see Benavidez win because I'm more interested in Benavidez versus Canelo than Boo Boo.
Yeah, because I feel like if Boo Boo beats Benavidez, Canelo ducks it, and people will be fine with it.
Yeah, because somebody knows him. Yeah. Everybody knows that. Like
Benavidez is coming up. Stephen A. talked about him, has brought him on ESPN. Everybody's knowing that Benavidez is coming up.
Both of them have been on Canelo's ass, but Benavidez is more marketable. He's a Mexican dude. He's he's more vicious. Like at the end of the day, bro,
he's more what people want to come see.
Yeah,
they'll pay for.
But I feel like with their styles, Canelo might have an easier time fighting David than Boo Boo.
I get that. I see that. But I feel like at the same time, it depends on what Canelo shows up. Because at the end of the day, David's a motherfucker.
But I think Canelo trains he kind of does what Tio does. I ain't gonna lie.
Whenever it's a big fight, he kind of shows up. I get that. And I see that too. Because he wasn't expecting Bivol to be what Bivol was.
Yeah. I think he was like, this is easy. Grab. It's something from my leg. Like, it was like a side mission kind of and he knew he shouldn't have did that shit. So I feel like he's going to train properly for Benavidez, and if he fights Benavidez, it's going to be. But I think it's curtains. I think he might get Boo Boo out of there unless Boo Boo start running.
Yeah, I think Benavidez gets him out. I think he'll stop him at like 9 or 10.
I ain't gonna lie, Boo Boo's boring. His last fight was boring as hell.
Yeah.
Like Boo Boo, he got that fight when you go and grab the drinks, you go and everybody go outside, smoke or some shit. He got that fight. Like
he got that food break fight.
yeah, like it's
I think he'll bring the fight early, but I think like by like 6, 7, 8. Yeah,
but the thing is, Dave is one of those guys that got the style when you bring like you'll start fighting him and then 3 or 4 rounds go by and you think, damn, I'm in a fight. Like this ain't a boxing match.
Exactly, yeah.
So
he'll bring you into a fight, and then whenever you realize it's a fight, it's too late.
he's Mexican. But it's a perfect fight because it's a brawler kind of. I ain't gonna say that David Benavidez is completely a brawler, but he's kind of like he's a heavy output guy versus a boxer. I hope Benavidez wins because I'm more team Benavidez than I'm team Andrade.
Yeah, I hope he wins just for the sport of boxing because I feel like I'd rather see a Benavidez Canelo than a Boo Boo Canelo because I don't think Canelo will fight Boo Boo. I think if Boo Boo beats Benavidez, he'll probably go Jaime Munguia or fight somebody else, maybe get like a little money grab at 175 or something. But I don't think he fights.
And for marketability, a Mexican versus a Mexican will do a lot better than a nigga from Delaware versus a Mexican.
Exactly. Like if you do like a Canelo versus Benavidez in Canelo's hometown or some shit, that'd be fire.
And you seen what they did with John Ryder whenever he fought in Mexico.
They showed up.
Yeah, imagine what they would do with David Benavidez. Yeah, especially like a real Mexican versus like an American Mexican. Like because they be going at it. So like all the Mexicans will probably be like, oh, this is that real Mexican blood.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it would be a hell of a fight.
That'd be fire.
And I'm here for it.
Do you put it in Mexico or Vegas?
More people go to Vegas, but you could probably, I don't know. Mexico, you can sell that bitch out and they like visuals, like it's a sold out arena. So watching it, it'll be crazy. And then like with both of them being Mexican, like the energy that it would put in them when they're fighting would be a different level. Yeah, it would be different. But Vegas,
and then Vegas, you could probably capitalize so much. You make so much money.
Yeah, so much money. So it's all up to the network. But we got to see where PBC is going to go. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, because it depends on who has PBC and what network it is that can really push Canelo's hand. Be like, Canelo, this is who you're fighting. But that's going to be Canelo's first fight on whatever network that's going to be. So, who knows? Because like if I think Amazon Prime's out the way, but like if it's Prime or if it's Netflix or whoever is going to pick up PBC, if they're like, oh yeah, we're going to put Tank versus so and so, but actually Tank ain't gonna do no co-main event.
Yeah, he's too big.
But they could do
boots.
They could throw boots on there versus somebody, or maybe I don't know. Like just because you're a co-main event don't mean that you're the backup. Like if somebody like Spence and or well, Bud's not with PBC, is he? Is Bud with PBC?
Yeah, he's with PBC.
He's with PBC.
He got two more fights with him.
Or if Bud sat down and talked to Canelo or something, was like, look, bro, we're about to sell the biggest pay-per-view ever. Imagine, I know this would never happen, but imagine the money they would make off of a Spence and Bud rematch and a Benavidez versus Canelo first fight on Netflix or Amazon or whatever from PBC.
Because everyone has Netflix.
Oh my God, that shit would go insane.
Yeah.
That shit would go. That would break all of the records because now with the rumors about Earl's rib and if Earl come back talking that shit, like Earl's gonna have to talk shit to build up because a lot of niggas don't want to see that shit. That nigga got mopped. That shit looked like motherfucking 2017 Golden State versus motherfucking it was Rockets last year, nigga. That shit was pointless, nigga. That shit was pointless. But
they got me.
They got my ass. Nigga, I couldn't sleep the night before. Nigga, I felt like a kid before Christmas. Just to see my nigga get his ass whooped by a nigga with no lineup. That shit, you knew better. That nigga came out.
He didn't have no taper, no lineup. Yeah, you knew that nigga was.
That nigga had no taper, no lineup. Listened to Eminem and came out in all black with some fishnets.
That's a dangerous nigga.
That nigga had a 9 on him, bro.
That nigga fought with a gun in his trucks. I swear to God.
If Earl would have landed a good punch, he was gonna shoot that nigga. bro. That nigga playing with a toothpick in his mouth. Crazy ass
I
nigga.
swear, that's a crazy motherfucker. Bro, he should have knew, bro.
He
They
came out
from,
there
like,
ashy, bro. Then they got
nigga
knocked
had
out and
ashy,
then wanted
bro.
to look
Bro,
around
he
like
weighed in Hanes draws, bro. He weighed in some Hanes
singing
boxes,
Mr. Carter, bro. Like I knew, bro. I literally posted on my IG story, bro. When he started singing that Mr. Carter, I said it was over with, bro. And then like Bud had that like Earl had that energy. Now looking back on it, bro, I should have knew, bro. Just like his energy was like on some, yeah, you better thank me. You better thank me.
I was like, bro, the energy was different.
Yeah,
bro.
and then he said, real niggas don't talk.
Nigga had a gun under there,
bro. That nigga told him. He said, "What'd he say? Real niggas don't talk." When he was on the mic,
he said, "Your mama a bitch."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, his energy was different.
Yeah, that nigga was different, bro, and he was ashy, bro. Yeah. I knew
you don't fight ashy niggas, bro.
If Earl is really like healed up and like it is true that his ribs was fucked up and like it was a fluke and he's talking that shit.
Yeah, cause like watching the fight, like he was getting his ass up, but like it just didn't make sense. His legs was shaky in the second before the knockdown.
Yeah. So if he can sell that fight properly, and then like if they talk to, which it would never in a million, like I don't want niggas think I'm stupid, but it would never happen. But business wise, actually, it probably wouldn't even be worth it because they would have to split the pot so many ways. But whoever buys PBC or does the not buys but does the partnership with PBC, they're gonna want that big fight. They ain't gonna come out to a motherfucking Danny Garcia versus motherfucking Boots, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Danny already said he ain't fighting.
Well, yeah, because they're both from Philly, but I'm just saying like
you could throw like a Boots versus Stanionis on the co-main. That'd be low key fire.
Yeah, but
or if Thurman, if they elevate Thurman.
Oh yeah.
And then Boots versus Thurman to unify, that'd be fire.
Yeah, that would be fire. But they would have to do something like, if it's your first fight on the network, it has to be a legend, like a fight where you're like, splash. This is gonna be classic. Now, there's only 2 classic fights that PBC has right now cooking up: Earl Spence and Bud 2, and then you could kind of have Boots, their co-main event, like, yeah, nigga, I'm right here, fight me. You know what I mean? Like a kind of like, I'm in your hood, like how Edwin did the Shakur.
Yeah.
Or you could do Canelo Benavidez.
You know it's low-key been getting traction if Earl and Bud don't fight?
What?
Since they vacated or gave Boots that belt, Bud versus Boots, and Bud's trying to get that third undisputed because he don't have the belt technically right now. So if that fight doesn't go through, Bud could stay at 147 and fight for undisputed again against Boots.
But Bud ain't going for it.
He's not. I wouldn't fight Boots neither. I wouldn't fight none of them niggas, but yeah, no.
Bro, Bud looked like Superman last fight, bro. Like, he looked invincible, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. He looked like he could have bit a bullet.
Caught that bitch in his teeth.
Yeah, hey, bro, that nigga was crazy. But I think they gotta go for number 2. And that's just for us. Like, like, let us know that shit ain't a fluke.
Oh yeah.
But they gotta do something. PBC's next, like, because what's the last fight that they're doing? Is some.
It was supposed to be Thurman and
Garcia.
And Stanionis.
Okay.
But I think that was canceled. So I mean, I don't even know. I think it may be this card.
I don't think this is the last one. I think they got one more and they're trying to figure. I think it's to the end of the year.
Yeah.
So they got one more in December. Yeah. So once they come back around and they find somebody to buy them, I just wonder who it's gonna be and what fight they're gonna announce on it, because it got to be something fire.
It's got to be I don't even know.
Shit.
I don't even know who it could be.
Shit, this might be a fire fight, and they might say, "Hey, we need that Boo Boo Benavidez number 2," because I mean it's
That'd
up
be a
in the
quick
air.
turnaround though.
But February. Well, they would have to do something in January. But I mean, you can't announce no Canelo fight.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Right now,
usually January, February. That's probably Tank. They gonna get it. Tank gonna for sure get it. He gonna have that first card on Amazon Prime. It gotta be him. He's the one bringing the.
You think he knows who he's gonna fight?
It'd probably be.
He gotta know who he's about to fight,
yeah,
and he's probably about to go beat Isak Cruz.
About to beat Isak Cruz.
See, Tank's
A
at that
pointless
point.
fight where he gets paid.
All Tank's fights are pointless fights. When's the last time he fought for something? Bruh, he just had the fight
Ryan,
over
I
clout,
mean,
nigga. That's just niggas fighting over who's
yeah,
popular,
yeah,
nigga.
exactly. That's all that shit was. That was a money grab.
Nigga, they was fighting over hoes.
They was fighting for the IG bitches.
Hey, them niggas just fighting for the hoes at that point, bro. That was just kind of for pride, bro. Like that wasn't a bro. Anybody who fight Ryan Garcia right now, it ain't for nothing but pride.
Them boys was on Casanat's little show.
Yeah, talking shit. Fucking I wonder what's next for Ryan. Like, is Ryan gonna try to get a belt, or does he still think belts are pointless?
In his in his interview, he said he wants a Tank rematch and he'll do whatever it takes. So like after Duarte in like February, March, he's gonna try to go either for Devin. He's gonna try to get Tank, but if he can't get Tank, he's gonna try to go Devin or Tio just to prove a point to try to get Tank. So I mean, I feel like if he keeps his word,
beat by all of them.
Yeah, but say if he keeps his word though, and he tries to go that direction, I mean, you can't knock him. He's trying, he's trying to make the biggest fights happen.
I think Devin jabs him to death, and then Tio beats the shit out. Tio.
It depends when Tio shows up.
Bro, that Tio that fought Josh Taylor might beat Tank, Devin, and Shakur.
Yeah, Tio and Tank have similarities. Like they have crazy similarities. I see them like similar fighters. Just Tio's a little bit.
I think that's the most fire fight out of it. Like that's the best fight you can make for Tank.
Yeah, for sure.
Is Tio that if Tank beat Tio, I would say he got it. I think
he's that guy.
If you that loss against convulsions don't count, bro. Because if they liked Tio, they would have gave him that fight for real.
But the thing about Tio is it's so iffy because like the Sandor and Martin split decision, he low key lost. So it's kind of like, will he beat a Devin? Will he beat a boxer, a pure boxer?
Yeah, I don't know the way he put the beats on Josh Taylor, bro. Because let's not act like Josh Taylor wasn't that dude. Josh Taylor was like number 2 pound number.
Yeah, he was like number 6 pound for pound.
Nah, he was top 5.
I think he was never. I think he was. 5.
I was about to say he was never up there. You gotta think he's a white boxer that was dominating, bro. Like they're always
they gonna.
Bro, you gotta think the top 5 are always white dudes unless somebody does something that's unbelievable. But once one of them white dudes do something, like Loma was in that bitch for a long time, and niggas was like, what the fuck is Loma even doing?
He didn't have no belt off a loss. He was number 7.
Bro, all that nigga was doing is shooting a gun in Ukraine, bro.
He wasn't even doing that. Nigga was chilling in Cali saying he was in Ukraine. Nigga took a picture in his backyard.
That nigga drove to Compton and took a picture and said, I'm on the front lines. That nigga's honoring. But yeah, I just think that the way that he beat Josh Taylor, bro, ain't nobody fucking with that.
Yeah, for sure. At the same time, though, I feel like, styles make fights. So it's kind of like.
But I don't know. Tank one time, bro.
All it takes is one.
One time. And you're
one
knocked
clean
out.
one, and it's courage.
Especially when Tank be like, I'm down. And then you go out there and knock the nigga out. Like, bro, every time he knocks somebody out, bro, it'd be in between the rounds, bro, and they be telling that nigga he's losing.
It'd be like some movie shit.
Yeah, he'd be like,
He's always down. It'd be like the 10th, 11th round. Now he knocked the nigga out.
See, like if T-Bud would have fought a nigga like that, he would just shot him, bro. Then,
yeah, because he got it in his trunks.
Yeah,
no homo.
Oh, hey, Tank versus Bud. Like I know that's like a fight that ain't never gonna be made. Shit, they might make it for money because Bud about this money.
You know, Loki be fire.
What?
Tank move up 2 weight classes and fight Thurman. That low-key be fire. That bitch is sell. Because Thurman is sell that bitch. And it's a fight that Tank could win.
Yeah. They were rumoring it for a while.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I'd go back down to 35, though, after that. I ain't fighting nobody else.
Because they all got the same power Tank got up there.
Hell yeah.
But
you don't know if that shit carry like that. Well, Tanks do because obviously he stopped Barrios and Thurman didn't. But you know what I mean? Whenever
and now that Barrios just did that to you guys, nigga, that makes good win. That makes Tank look so but you remember when Barrios fought that white boy? It was on the Tank Leo Santa Cruz undercard. It was a fight and I was watching and we were like, damn, that nigga's cold. And then right after that, they announced a fight. Now I was going for Barrios because at that point I was still like a Tank hater. Like I hated that nigga. But then after I seen that shit, I was like, oh yeah, he might put the beats on Tank, and like he was fighting Tank good, but Tank was just hitting that nigga, and you just seen that nigga's energy. It's like on the UFC, like when you get hit, you get rocked, bro. Every time that nigga did, I was like, damn. So that's a good ass win because he beat you guys ass,
He
bro.
beat the shit out of you
He
guys.
beat the. He kind of gave him the same beat that Earl gave him, bro.
Yeah,
that
for sure.
because that
Did he
made.
stop?
I don't think he stopped him.
But he beat the,
Yeah,
he beat
I
the shit
can't
out of him,
remember.
though, yeah.
I was on the plane coming back from the honeymoon, but that kind of made it look good for Tank and bad for Earl type shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it's a damn. That is one of Earl's best wins, and that is one of Tank's best wins. You know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
So, but I don't know, bro. There's so much going on in the world of boxing right now,
Yeah,
and
I just wonder how everything's gonna end up.
I swear we just spent half this pod talking about what ifs, nigga.
That's all it is right now.
I'm
though.
gonna give y'all my takes though. I see, like if I know you can't bet on Alex Holly, can't bet on Carmel. Fucking what's the rest of the card? Actually, let me pull up the card real quick and try to get by. Because last week's card, like Cash Flow did his thing. Cash Flow looked good out there, in and out. Even though he started losing those later rounds, Cash Flow is gonna be a motherfucker. Like in a couple years, like bro, you could have Cash Flow fight Carmel in a couple years.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, and fucking Emiliano looked good. Abdullah looked good.
Abdullah always look good. No homo.
Yo. Let me see. PBC November 25th card. Right. It ain't pulling up. PBC. You got it?
I'm about to pull it up. Was it the Shakur card?
No, the fight Saturday.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my predictions. Michael or Michelle Rivera fights. However say
Oh yeah, the
however say the fuck nigga's name.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go Hector Luis Garcia versus Lamont Roach. Hector Luis Garcia is definitely gonna win. They don't even got a picture for this nigga Lamont Roach. That's how you know a nigga gonna win, bro. This nigga fighting a lot of character, bro. Hey,
Madden.
That's how the nigga Tank looked, bro. Whenever you hit that nigga, when he's like, "Can you see?"
That's all he saw.
Matias is fighting. Unbeaten mandatory challenger.
So, yeah,
Sean John. That nigga's name Sean John.
He wears shit too. He
Matias,
got that shit on though.
Okay, if I'm a betting man, I know these are all negatives. It might get you a negative 300.
They'll probably tell you.
No. Actually, all of these until you get up here. If I had to bet, I'm going Hector Luis Garcia. I'm going decision. Matias going knockout. I'm just betting the knockout. I ain't betting around.
Yep.
I'm betting Charlo to knock out Benavidez between rounds 10 to 12.
Yeah.
Or I might do the one where you can go 8 to 12. Because he's gonna knock out Benavidez, bro. It's given. And I'm going David Benavidez decision.
So I'm gonna go Hector Garcia decision. Matias knockout. I'm gonna go Charlo decision. I'm gonna switch it up just because like he's getting his feet wet. He's getting back into things. He'll probably have ring rust.
Are you gonna go decision or money line?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go decision, and I'll go Benavidez. I'll go late stop it. I think he'll stop him probably like 10 or 11. I think Andrade's gonna wear down. Benavidez is gonna, he has a point to prove, like he said. He's trying to make a statement for a Canelo fight. I think he stops him late.
Oh shit, Katie Taylor fights Saturday.
I'm gonna go money line because bitches don't knock nobody out.
All right, I'm about to put it in right now and tell you what it is. So bet to the victory, Matias. knockout. Shit, my shit's already a plus 100 off of that. I'm gonna throw Katie Taylor in there, or
I throw her in that money line.
Katie Taylor's the underdog.
Oh,
Yeah,
she moving up in weight.
yeah. I don't know. Isn't she coming off a loss?
I think so.
I'm gonna go alternate. Oh, it's a 10-round fight. I don't know why I said 12. So for him to win between rounds 9 and 10 is a plus 1100.
Jamal?
Yeah. I see a late stoppage. Oh, that put my parlay up there.
You're gonna get paid.
Hey.
If he stops him, you're gonna get paid. You might as well throw that on a single, like, by itself.
I probably will. I have a feeling.
That shit would be crazy.
And then Benavidez money line, that's a plus 3,078.
So Jamal Charlo on the late stoppage was plus, what was it, plus 1,000?
Plus 1,100, bro.
Plus 1,100?
Yeah.
I would put that shit by itself.
I am. I'm putting
I'm telling you that's what I'm gonna do. Throw like 100 on that shit.
Bro, $10 wins you 300 on that bitch. On that parlay I put it. And like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I feel it.
That's free money.
Bro, I feel it like when I seen that, I said that's an 8. I said last 2 rounds he's gonna get stopped.
Oh yeah.
Bro, those
small man moving up in weight.
And Charlo vicious, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't care how long he's been on.
Bro, he's vicious.
He's got that mentality.
Yeah, I might throw 10 on the 9 to 10 and then 10 on the 7 to 8.
So that way you get paid no matter what.
To see,
as long as he stops,
because they're both 1,100.
Yeah.
Because I just see the stoppage coming, bro. You gotta think, bro. It's Charlo, bro.
Yeah.
It's Charlo. It ain't little Charlo, bro. Big Charlo be stepping on shit, bro.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
even though, and bro, like, not to be fucked up, but that nigga's crazy. Like, bro, that nigga might get in there and think that nigga's fighting the devil or some shit, bro. Like,
yeah, you don't know what he's seeing. You don't know what he's seeing. He
ain't seeing, bro. That nigga ain't seen that, bro. That nigga ain't seeing that nigga in front of him jabbing and crossing, bro. I think
he's literally gonna be in the ring fighting his movements.
This is a plus 3,078. If you put $100 on this motherfucker, you win 3 bands. So
damn,
if you go on my parlay, now it is risky because you're betting a round knockout. But I swear, I kid you not,
if that bitch hit,
anytime we always say, "Oh, this is a 6-round knockout," and it's a 6-round knockout, and then we be like, "Damn, bro, I could have won a couple $100 off of that." You know, in your heart of hearts, that you think Benavidez is going to get stopped by Charlo, so bet that shit. 48 minutes, goddamn. But you got anything else to say?
No, I got nothing.
We can get back on this bitch either Saturday before the fights, tell our feelings, or after the fights. It's up to you, or Sunday morning, whatever you want to do.
Either or, it's fine with me. We can either do Friday, depend on everything, or if anything like that, we could probably just do Saturday right before the fights, yeah, or record during the fights if you want.
All right, but yeah, we can live stream it. We're gonna live stream it, even though ain't nobody about to watch this bitch anyways.
All right.
This bitch better have 20 views.